Hello? Hi. My mic wasn't muted. I hope you didn't hear me drink water very loudly. My sink is right next to my mic. But yeah, I micro completely forgot those rewards are a thing. Incredible. Yeah. Here we go. Are you happy with this? I hope you're happy. I'm not doing it again. I heard a couple of popping noises, but not right drinking. Okay, good. Good. Oh my god, wait, everything's bugging. Okay, I just got a comment on my YouTube channel for Bulldozer Triss. I am so glad that people like the chart. I'm not gonna lie. I am very glad that people enjoy it. I'm gonna open it actually. Give me a second. Give me a second to open it. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So as a reminder, this is what we're at, right? Right here. And this is a previous shot, which we're already like about... Yeah, nothing had happened yet, right? Until about that point where the ritual circle started popping up. So, in essence, we are at about the same size. We are at about the same size. I'll have to expand it a bit, though. Here. Imagine if I said like I said I would do, and I stuck all of them together in the same picture. Imagine. Just imagine that. I would have been something, to be sure. To be sure. Alright. Let's go! Okay. I'm booting up the game right now. God, 39 hours, 40 hours actually, on Umineko. Been reading this for a while, and I've only seen one set of murders. I think I've been spoiled on the game a bit. Like, a tiny bit. But, like, it was completely my fault. I just accidentally looked up the wrong thing. And it just confirmed one of my theories. But I was already convinced of it. Like, I already knew at that point. So, it just annoys me that I didn't get that, you know, revelation. Oh my god, I was right on stream. But still, I'll say the spoiler when we reach it. And it turns out I'm completely wrong. It may turn out I'm completely wrong because the only spoiler I had was like a single word, and that was enough for me to just like understand. Okay, give me a second. I probably should stop the Seija music. Here we go. The game is being captured? No, the game is not being captured. Okay. The game should be captured now. Yes. Perfect. Let me just send a message in chat. Yes, everything's set up. Last time it wasn't set up properly. So, you know. Here we go. Load. And we're right here. I still wonder what the fuck is happening. Like, what the fuck is going to happen? Okay. Maria. Around lunchtime today, we met her outside, right? I've been thinking... Well, I'm sorry to interrupt right at the start, but I've been thinking about, like, just the theory about... Okay, let's start with that, right? Let's start with the important thing. What about the candy? Right? Like, the candy is good and all, but how the fuck do you explain it? Right? So, here's fake Beatrice. Right? She has candy. Okay. If we assume she is someone from the island, which I still think to some degree, or at least like maybe she has an accomplice or whatever, but at least it's someone from the island. She has contact with people on the island by either being one or associated with one. Alright, that out of the way, it's an easy explanation. This explains how she could get a sick period copy of the candy. Right? Because as a reminder, what happened, right? She took the lollipop, which I'm gonna draw in purple. There we go. No, orange actually was a pumpkin candy. She took the broken lollipop, right? Threw it up in the air. Blew up into butterflies. Right, like this. And another one for good measure. I have no idea if that's how butterflies look, but you get my point. You get my point now. Right? So, it explodes into butterflies. And then, from that, the candy falls back down. And Rosa, bewildered. Wait, okay. It's important to replace the scene, right? So, here's Maria, right there. Maria, she has her eye closed. I think that's important to remind that her eyes are completely closed. So, in a sense, her point of view does not matter. The candy flows into the air, and then it comes back down, completely remade. There you go. And a little spark to show that it's like completely new, right? That's what happened. Candy broken, flies, explodes, come back down, perfect. The easiest part that Battler was able to insert instantly, right? Because it's obvious. They already had the candy in their pocket. There. Go. That Maria distributed. Put it at a lower size. 10 is okay. Eden candy that Maria distributed. Right? But when Butler pointed this out, she said, Beatrice said, okay, you figured out a potential trick to explain how it was reformed, but you did not explain the butterflies. You did not explain like the actual impressive part of the magic trick. You can't just explain the butterflies away, right? You could explain like a switcheroo trick. This JPEG should be saved in the museum. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Because like let me explain what I'm planning to do, right? I'm planning to go here, take this, right? And then I'm gonna append it to this one. And I'm gonna append all of them together to create a giant Umineko 8-part chart. And that's gonna be peak, I think. That's gonna be total peak. Later, we'll come back to this, and we will see whether or not I was wrong during the Answers arc, I suppose. I suppose the Answers arc are going to explain, like, each arc one by one what actually happened. Probably. Or not, that would be lame. So yeah, how does the candy explode into butterfly? Because it's not like the candy is from Maria. Unaltered, right? It's not like she picked it up the ground hours ago. No, Maria just gave it to her. And Rosa, right, is seeing it from above Maria. I'm gonna give her big arms. Right? Because, like, she got a lot of workout in her arm. You know why. So she's completely bewildered. Perfect. And cloudy, foggy area. I think that those were the conditions. I think those were every conditions in this zone, right? I don't think I'm missing any other detail as to what actually happened that were given to us. So, unless she threw a firecracker into the air, right? No, wait. I just realized there's something very important that I've been missing every time. That I've been assuming is just like visions or something, right? And it's just everyone being dumb. But I've been missing on it the entire time. What the fuck is up with the butterflies? All over the place, people keep seeing butterflies appear, right? Like you have, when Kenan died, he was talking to giant butterflies flying in the air. Before Shannon died, she saw butterflies, etc., etc. What are they? What are those butterflies? Right? That is a question I have not answered yet, at all. And I think I can't know the answer. Because we still haven't established what tools the criminal has at its disposition. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, it has to be something like firecrackers or something special that allows them to make butterflies that I do not know of. But every time there's been someone suspicious, around them were gold butterflies, right? Like every single murder had gold butterflies related to them. Same for for the newcomer. So I tried to ponder it off stream. I tried to ponder what the hell could actually explode into butterflies, and I do not see it at all. I just don't see it. So I guess we'll just keep going. But I feel like this is a question we're gonna answer soon. Because with how prevalent it is, you can't just assume that the butterflies are a narrative device, right? That's what I was assuming, essentially. That they were a narrative device that were like kind of fake on a meta level, and that to some degree the butterflies didn't actually exist. But I don't know why I assumed that. I don't know why. Alright. Okay. But let's move on. Let's go back to the game. We'll see if I get my answers. I hope we do. I really hope we do. Okay, I'm gonna reread the line. Maria, around lunchtime today, we met her outside, right? A woman. Ooh, was she? I said it over and over. Beatrice. Maria, did you ever meet Beatrice before that? I met her every year. Every year? In this mansion on Rokenjima? Even I'm surprised. I don't know what "u" means. Is that true? No, is she gonna beat her up again? Oh my god, please stop showing those scenes. Please. Yeah. How long have you been meeting her? How many years ago did it start? I don't know. You don't know? What do you mean? Was it last year? 2 years ago? Longer than that. Rosa was astonished. Only the Urshiromiya family mansion existed on this island, so there couldn't have been any humans other than themselves here. And yet, Maria said she'd been meeting with this suspicious woman every year during the family conference. If what Maria said was the truth, then that strange woman called Beatrice had been at the family conference every year. And that's the move that Beatrice was talking about in the tea party, saying that she still had tricks up her sleeve. That's insane. Is Maria saying that eerie woman was at the family conference every year and none of us ever noticed it? Even though Rosa had just met the woman herself a couple of hours ago in the Rose Garden, she was overcome with a strange emotion that told her not to accept that existence. What in the world did I meet with earlier today in the Rose Garden? As the typhoon grew near and the winds roared. Maria, you said you've met with her every year. What do you two do when you meet? We sing songs and learn magic. And then learn how to draw magic circles. Really? That's incredible. Maria, you often draw scribbles. I mean, magic circles in your notebook, right? Did she teach you that too? Okay, wait. Another thing that I want to bring up. I'm gonna be pissed off if it turns out that the solution from episode 1 is that whether that Beatrice, that 90th person is in this playthrough, was actually the killer in episode 1 too. Right? If it turns out that from all this time, all my efforts in figuring out that it was Rosa, which took a while till I come to this conclusion, and it turns out that actually it's some unknown party that I could not have known of, and that working within the bounds and the constraints given to me led to, you know what I mean. Did you teach you that too? Hey, you know what? Beatrice drew examples, so teach me. Come on, look. Maya joyfully fished around in her handbag. Then she drew out a single notebook and began opening to that page. Give me a second to position myself. Oopsie. Most of the pages were covered with drawings that were literally scribbles. All of them were occult-like things. And, while it might sound rude to Maria, was joyfully flipping through the pages. They were all creepy. Look here! Beatrice drew it! Ooh. We've all seen these. Each one of the pages in the group Maria opened too had an eerie magic circle. Furthermore, at a glance, Rosa could see that Maria hadn't drawn them. The strength of the strokes, the thickness of the lines, how clean the shape was. By itself, it wasn't enough to guess the background of the person who had written it. But it was enough for Rosa to be sure that it was someone older than Maria. It really is starting to feel like the culprit from episode 1 is this person. And every theorizing I've done in episode 1 was for nothing. Rosa had to accept it now. There really was a person on this Rokonjima that she herself hadn't known existed until now. And this person had come to the family conference every year to play with Maria. Maria, does the witch Beatrice live here? Or does she live outside the island like us? Ooh. Beatrice is a witch of Rokonjima, so she lives on this island. So, you're saying she's on the island, even on days when it isn't the family conference? Right? Ooh. I don't know what ooh means. Yes or no? Yes. Ooh. What in the... I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How long has this unknown witch been living on this island? I used to live on this island. I lived on this island, passing the time in the mansion, in the Rose Garden. And even so, I never, encounter the witch like that. Right?
Mama.
I want to hold the story to a higher standard, right? I thought this was a detective story, or like there are cases of murder in between different episodes, and the murderer changes every time, and like you have to figure out who the murderer is, etc., right? Because it makes sense. That's why they would establish that everyone in this room needs a lot of money right now, right? There was an extended scene to explain that to us, which would explain, like, all throughout future episodes, who it could be that did the murders. But if it turns out that even in episode 1, it turns out it's the same character as episode 2 that we're being introduced to, it's gonna feel like such a cop-out. Like, I was holding the story to a higher standard than this. Is the story not going to be about finding the murderer, but about finding... Oh, they did it? Is this what it is? Mama? Mama? What's wrong? Mama? My head hurts. I was probably getting a little mixed up in my memories from when I was a young girl. When I was young, I was terrified of the witch, unlike Maya. So for me, the name Beatrice was a synonym for terror. Surely, my fear from those days had been revived by the appearance of a woman going by that name. She can't be a witch. She's obviously human, calling herself Beatrice, right? That's right. That witch entrusted me with an envelope. What in the world could that be? It was that pulled that Western envelope out of her pocket. It was one of the envelopes that bore the Ushirimiya family crest, which Kinzo used for his personal letters. And its red sealing wax had even been sealed by the Ed's ring, which Kinzo held. Which meant this envelope belonged to the Ushirimiya family head. In other words, it was from father. Why was a woman calling herself Beatrice holding it, and why did she give it to me? That's right. I'm sure she said to read this aloud at dinner. What in the world could be written inside? A sense of uncertainty gripped Rosa, as if opening this envelope might let loose incredible misfortune. Don't open it then. A little curiosity sprouted up too, urging her to find out what was written inside before the other siblings could. Using common sense, one might guess that it contained a huge decision somehow related to father's inheritance. You think. Actually, since she'd received it from a woman who called herself Beatrice, there simply had to be some connection. Does it mean this person wants not just a 4, but a total of 5 people to be included in inheritance? I need a large sum of money, and I can't wait long. I feel like such a sinful daughter for discussing father's inheritance while he's still alive. Don't you hate him? I remember establishing that, like, almost everyone hates Kinzo. There's no time to spout off cheap ideals. And I've even colluded with Rodolph Nissan and Niva Nissan in order to get some money out of Cross. Coming from that position, I can't help but see the appearance of the witch as a sign of approaching misfortune. What could be written in here? I'm sure it's something frightening. Should I read it secretly myself first? The witch requested that it be read at the dinner table, with everyone gathered. But if that's what she wanted, why couldn't she just read it aloud herself at dinner? Why did she go to all the trouble of entrusting it to me? Simply put, is it because she doesn't mind if I read it secretly beforehand? It'd be better to secretly read the contents first. I understand that would mean breaking my promise. This is no longer the time for cheap ideals. Depending on the contents, I should probably discuss it with Eva and Rudolph. They're always really good thinkers when it comes to this kind of thing. And I gulped, put my hand to the red sealing wax. Something suddenly pulled on my sleeve, and I let out a small scream. What? Maria? Don't scare me like that. What is it? Ooh, you mustn't. What? Maria's expression was the same portent of misfortune she'd felt from that witch, and it sent a tingle up her spine. Beatrice, you told Nana to read that letter during dinner. You mustn't break your promise with a witch. That's not it. I just wanted to look at the envelope for a second. I'll keep my promise. After all, I always tell you to keep your promises. Of course, I keep my promises. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you do not. Yes! Mama's a good girl. Hehehehe. Laugh. It isn't cute, so stop it. Ooh. So what, you dislike when she oos, but you also dislike when she acts normal to some degree. You hate her when she's being like a nice cute girl, but the second she starts like ranting about her autistic hyperfixation, you flip the fuck out. Like, you gotta choose, Rosa. You can't just have it both ways. At some point. Give me a moment of searching for something right now. Also, I get his yen. Alright, found it. Okay. Come to think of it, you received a letter too, Maria. What was written inside? I haven't opened it. Beatrice said I mustn't open it until the time to open it comes. So I'm taking good care of it. Ooh. I see. You listen well to what Beatrice says, don't you, Maria? Ooh. Beatrice is disciple, so I listen well to what Beatrice says. I see. Rosa realized something. Mixed in with Maria's gaze was a glint of someone that wasn't her. If Rosa broke the rules and opened the envelope here, Beatrice would definitely learn of it. Because Maria was the witch's disciple. Right, so it's not like magic scaring her, it's the fact Maria is a little snitch. I don't believe Maria would do that. Maria was in contact with that witch. I'll keep my promise. So tell Beatrice not to worry, okay? I'll tell her. Hey, Maria. If I wanted to speak to Beatrice, how could I meet her? I don't know. Beatrice is very fickle, so she always appears suddenly. I don't know a way to get her to meet me. But you know, she's always watching me. So if I get in trouble, she'd definitely come and save me afterwards. Maria liked Beatrice far more than her mother. That bothers Rosa a lot. Yeah. Don't think that's her issue. I don't think that's a reason why she beats up her child. At least that hasn't been brought up yet. Like, I don't think there's jealousy. If anything, the jealousy just appeared now, not before. Because like before, she just thought Beatrice was, you know, a delusion. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, fair enough. If I get in trouble, she'll definitely come and save me afterwards. She's definitely raised a form and is hiding close to me. That's a long laugh. Don't I always tell you to stop laughing like that? Oh my god, please stop. Was I reflexively hit Maria on the head? I get it. Are you gonna keep eating her like the entire story? He was stopped to Maria's laughing, but he wasn't able to raise the color that had risen to those eyes. A color that seemed to bear a portent of misfortune. Rosa saw. She saw that, at least until they left this island, he would not leave Maria alone. She couldn't allow an unknown being to make direct contact with her daughter any longer. Okay, so we're giving an alibi to Rosa this time around. Because last time she had none. Besides being dead, she had no alibi. You know? Okay. When does Battler get to make his moves? Is my question. 6 p.m. I forgot to press space. Maria still hasn't come back. I wonder if she's getting scolded by Aunt Rosa again. Does Battler get reincarnated as a slime? Considering he's been sleeping for like so long, his form is definitely gonna gradually deteriorate, and he's gonna turn into a slime man at some point. My analogy was going somewhere, and then I just lost it. It's over. Maya still hasn't come back. I wonder if she's getting scolded by Rosa again. I wonder too. There hasn't even met Maria at the airport. She's been romping around, shouting about Halloween the whole time. But maybe she cut loose a little too much, acting a little too bolsterous on the plane, on the boat, and during the lunch. Because Rosa had cautioned her several times. At times like that, Rosa tended not to scold her much in front of people. More often, she would take Maria aside and scold her alone. So since Maria had been called off somewhere, I figured she must be getting scolded. Yeah, probably. That's a good assumption. When they looked at the clock, they realized it was almost 6. Of course, they couldn't imagine she'd been getting scolded all this time. Alright, hydrate, BRB. I'm gonna drink some milk, actually. BRB. Alright. Maybe it was time. Maybe it was time for some anime she watched every week to start. She probably had then left Dimension's parlor. Are they in the guest house? They are. Yes, they are. Maybe by this time I woke up and we've been playing together. If Battler stays in the mansion during like the night, he's gonna die first, isn't he? After all, Maria-chan thinks of Battler as a new friend. She must have had a lot of fun when she played Halloween with Battler at the airport. Battler looked like he was having a lot of fun himself. Maybe he's gotten big, but he hasn't changed a bit. It's true. I get the feeling Battler was gracious enough to remain as he was 6 years ago. Shannon, do you remember what it was like then? Yes. He was, well, very energetic. I also remember the 4 of us playing together 6 years ago. Shannon acted a lot like a big sister back then. That's right. I get the feeling she was even more dependable than she is now. That's rude to say. That's very rude to say. It's just very rude. Yeah, see? Back then I didn't truly understand my place. So I did quite a few rude things. Don't worry about understanding your place in that sense. You're on the job. When you're on the job it's one thing, but when you're taking your break and with us like now, however you stay be friendly, just like the old days. That's right. There's nothing wrong with acting differently, depending on whether you're servant Shannon or off-duty Sayo. Give me a second. You aren't a slave, you're just working as a servant, right? Okay, here we go. I'm back. I think of you, Shannon. No, Sayo. As my oldest friend. Thank you very much, milady. It seemed that Shannon understood the hidden meaning behind Jessica's words. After all, she did a bit about Jessica and Canon's history from both of them. Apparently George had heard something of that history too. Yeah. He walked towards the window and looked up at the darkening rainy sky. Canon may still be childish in some ways, but I think he's starting to grow a bit in his way of thinking. Well, come on, quit it already. Well, I guess I'll let myself get swept away by the mood once or twice. You know, after watching you two, I might have gotten a bit jealous, feeling like I was being left behind. You think? But forget about me. More importantly, how's it going between you two? Look like it's doing pretty good, huh? I love those fangs. Like, the fangs are what sell the characters to me. Are the fangs present in the other versions? A really important question. If someone here has played the other versions, do they have the fangs? It's like a major plot point, and I can't believe they would miss out on it. I can look it up. Please do. I would love it. Yes! It's going very well. Shannon was lost for words. Her face red. Well, George answered brightly and immediately. That carefree attitude made it easy to see that their relationship was proceeding so perfectly it would make anyone envious. Not that I know of. Yeah, wilted rose emoji. Wilted rose emoji. God damn it. Dang, I'm jealous. Yeah, wilted flower. Why is it wilted flower, not wilted rose? So does that mean Shannon's gonna resign and have a party soon? I wonder. Oh, that's a good question. I wonder what she will say. George laughed teasingly, while still pressing Shannon for an answer. It was probably the way they usually flirted when they were alone. Jessica could only smile bitterly and say, yes, yes, thank you. That's enough. I have a dream. I don't just mean some ambition to become the leader of my own domain in the business. I also dream of building a happy family together with a partner I can spend my life with. No, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why I think the later versions are just failed. They failed. They failed. God damn it. I can't believe they would drop the bag like this. I cannot believe that they would do this to us. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by other things. My head is just going around all over the place. Alright. I want 2 kids at the very least. It would be nice to be able to do some sports as a whole family. And many more things besides that. I often talk with Shannon about that kind of thing. Though every time I do, she always laughs and says I'm getting ahead of myself. For some reason, even at the age I am now, I find myself thinking about what it would be like to live peacefully in my old age, with healthy grown-up kids and grandchildren running around all over the place. If only I could spend the rest of my life at a slow pace, surrounded by that, together with Shannon, forever. Yeah, you're definitely getting ahead of yourself. But, oh, should I say it? It sounds like you, George. Being surrounded by a family like that would probably be so wonderful. The ideal family I've painted in my mind is something like that. To Shannon, raised in an orphanage, that ominous image of a family is probably something to be yearned for. Really, you think? That fright for Jessica is so good. Like, genuinely. George had made an absolute promise to grant that wish for her, made surely having a fitting person for her to spend her life with. Jessica, Shannon was a precious friend. George was surely the one most fit to entrust that friend's future to. I would not. You're according a lot of leeway, of appreciation to George that I do not think is deserved. Jessica, you better watch out. You better watch out. Well, I don't want to throw cold water on you guys. But Uncle Hideyoshi side, what are you gonna do about Aunt Eva? Won't it be pretty tough to win her over? There's no reason for anyone to worry about something like that. No one but me gets any say in who choose to be my partner. I will bring Shannon happiness. Whose permission do I need for that? Ooh! George, that was cool! I don't believe you can say stuff that embarrassing out loud. I don't remember you ever being that kind of character in the past. As they say, you don't see a boy for 3 days, you should watch him closely. I grow as much as anyone. I'll intend to study more and more and grow to be the man Shannon deserves. The one who can bring her happiness. God, come on. Maybe even George realized how embarrassing the words coming out of his mouth were. His face turned very slightly red as he scratched his head. George! It's okay. I'm sure Mother will be difficult, but you can leave that to me. You'll see. I'll make all the relatives accept you as my partner. Awesome. I'm jealous of you, Shannon. Seriously. I'm very grateful that you're willing to go so far. To think of it, I'm starting to feel like a third wheel here. Maybe I'd better leave, huh? As Jessica rose with a forced smile from the bed she'd been sitting on, the phone rang. Before Jessica picked up the receiver, wondering what this could be about, Shannon looked at the clock and jumped. Apparently she'd spent too much time on a break. Yeah, you can barely hear it behind the music. Listen. See? I'm sorry. I forgot it was time from work. Then, if you will excuse me. At the same time, Jessica picked up the phone. Shannon began dashing out of the room. Shannon! Again, the usual time, at the usual place. Yes. Excuse me. Moshi Moshi, it's Jessica. Genji. Yeah, Shannon's going back to you guys now. We held her up. So please don't scold her. Yes. I see. So it's almost time for them to get ready for dinner. I still wonder at what time George is gonna have a crash out and murder everyone. Because, like, if he didn't do anything to anyone after seeing his father, mother, and future fiancée, future wife, killed in brutal ways, and he didn't crash out from that, then I wonder when he will. And I know he will, not because of any spoiler, just because I know from how he describes the guy that he will. Okay, it's guaranteed. He will crash out and kill people. I just wonder what will push him to the edge. Many plates were lined up on the counter in the kitchen. Preparations for dinner were proceeding steadily. The number of plates lined up there was 19. That was one more than should have been set up for the annual family conference. Wait, I think... Give me a second. I'm gonna have to copy paste this again, right? Remake one of these. I wonder where Beatrice is going to sit. Is Beatrice going to sit here? Or is she going to sit to the very left? That's my main wonder here. Okay. Here we go. I was searching for the button. I can't accept it. Why can't I deliver it directly? Goda glared up at Genji, paying no heed to the pot that was spitting steam. The master enjoyed eating alone in his study, but his food needed to be served in that room. However, that was something that always happened. Of course Goda would want to set the table for the master with his own hands, since he put his heart and soul into his cooking. But the master had imposed a strict rule that none but the servants bearing the golden eagle crest entered the study. So while Goda-san would be able to greet the master from outside the study, not once had he been granted the honor of carrying his cooking inside. Goda was always irritated by this. Of course, he was a newcomer in terms of years of service. However, he had piled up plenty of experience from his previous jobs, was quite confident that he'd be able to perform in front of Kinzo in a manner that would do him no disservice. I guess it's less experience and more trust. Yet, simply because he was not permitted to wear the golden eagle, he still hadn't been blessed with this honor. Can you imagine what damage that would do to his pride? You might think tonight was a repeat of that, but it wasn't. Because tonight, there was a person other than the master who wanted their food carried to their room. Apparently, this person is an extremely rare and honored guest, and we've been given strict orders to treat them in the same manner as the master of the family yet. Goda-san must have wanted to earn some points by serving this honored guest with his own hands. After all, he was an extremely vain person. If he wasn't qualified to serve the master, then at least a guest of the same rank. If he couldn't find time during lunch, the canon had gone in his place. So, he truly desired to personally serve this person's tonight meal, the best dinner of the year. But Genji had to put a stop to that. Something about Goda didn't wear the golden eagle. I need to do something about my pronunciation. I can't pronounce today. I'm messing up words. After being told once more that he wasn't qualified, Goda lost his patience. So outranding, Goda-san. Can't do anything more than watch like this from the shadows. Kumasawa, if you have enough free time to dawdle around, please get the dining hall ready. I wonder what he looks like in the other versions. Is the tablecloth set? Oh, my apologies. That was a cartoonish sound effects there. When it became her turn to bear his wrath, Kumasawa slid out into the hall. Beatrice is of exactly the same rank as the master. All rules regarding her are to be respected just as much as those involving the master. Goda, please devote your attention entirely towards your own task and serve all's relatives. I wouldn't mind if it was you, Genji-san, but is it really okay to let a child like this serve such a guest? If he made some blunder, it would be quite embarrassing. I never served a long time, but that doesn't mean they've been trained in the proper areas. If you'll allow me to speak freely, they are completely lacking in the fundamentals that might qualify them to interact with such a guest. It's vain, but he has a point. Like, he is a master cook, right? It's a bit rude to remove his privilege to serve his guests. Goda spoke bluntly, even though Shannon was staying right there in the kitchen. Shannon was the one Genji had ordered to carry dinner to Beatrice's room. But the ranking system among the servants permitted to wear the golden eagle. Shannon certainly was the second highest in rank. Really? Oh, because she's been here the longest. If the highest ranked Genji went to set the table in Kinzo's room, then it fell to Shannon to set the table in Beatrice's room. Goda's pride was always horribly injured by this ranking system. Times like this, it speak out bluntly and brutally against Shannon and Canon. Goda kept raising examples of each of Shannon's failures until now, making you ruckus. But oh, she couldn't do this or was terrible at that. Shannon, who listened to this with her head hung in shame, heard Cannon's voice from behind her. Yeah, he is sort of a dick. Let's be honest. With ourselves, right now, he's kind of a dick. Cannon had been leaning against the wall in the hallway near the kitchen entrance. A blind spot from the inside, and had been listening to all of this. He probably knew that if he entered the kitchen, sparks would start to fly his way. Got to say, the man's come. Yeah, don't mispronounce that, by the way. The man's come. But we could learn a lot about the fundamentals of entertaining guests from him. Goda-san has learned so much, so it'd be a great reference. Nii-san, you sure are nice. More importantly, is the guest in the VIP room really Beatrice Sama, as they say? I mean, you've seen her before. Yes. Murder William was sent to serve her lunch. There can be no doubt it's her. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. But really, all she did was ask leading questions. She did not actually ask any proper questions. It was just leading questions all the way through. Was she doing well? And remember that Ian Shannon had different impressions of Beatrice. In Shannon, Beatrice was a cupid of love who had granted the magic to establishing a relationship with George. Judging by the expression that rose to her face, it looked like she couldn't wait to inform Beatrice of how a relationship with George had progressed. However, Cannon already knew that witch came here with a terrifying golden mind. The nebulous witch that only they'd been able to see in the past, and had revived so fully that she could walk in openly through the front door. But that's not true! The entire point of the ceremony is to bring her back. The entire point of it is to bring her back. This does not make sense. Unless I'm missing some piece of information. Why would she be... The entire point is not to collect the Hiroshima inheritance. It's to fucking... What's the word? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know. Like, the entire issue is right here. The witch shall revive. Here, Ninth Twilight. The witch shall revive. So, how could you say she revived enough to walk in through the front door? The entire ceremony would not exist. Right? If she was just fully revived and able to walk and kill people with her magic without a pipe, which she does not have here, then she just would do it. She would not bother with this game. The entire point of the magic ritual of the demon roulette is to bring her back. So I don't know. It makes no sense. It genuinely makes no sense. I even left did a carry to her. Once, when she'd vanished from in front of Cannon, the witch said something about how her own power was still weak. So if that witch was now appearing so openly, did it mean she'd finally regained a form of power? But she said something else too. She definitely said that she'd sown the seeds of love, while fully aware that it would fail. And she said even more. She definitely said that the day had finally come, on which the door to the Golden Land would be opened. Shannon. He's playing towards some business ceremony with the master. And you can bet it will be something too horrible to imagine. And no one will be able to resist. What are you talking about? You came here. You came here as the master requested, so that the door to the Golden Land will open, and so that everything will be returned to the Golden Land. He definitely said that to me. In the past, the two of them as furniture working for Kinzo. I'd been told what opening of the door to the Golden Land meant. Death, right? So Shannon understood everything without having to ask a single question. Because of that, she felt a deep despair He picked toward Kennen's heart as he looked at the expression twisted with grief. What is the Golden Land? Why? Why now? Didn't I tell you? We are furniture. Because you acted like a human, because of love. You're incapable of obediently accepting the day of our service comes to an end. Once, I wish this day would come, but it never came. Quit your job! Oh my god! Shannon! Quit your fucking job! I swear to God, you're not a slave! Neither of you are slaves. Genji isn't a slave. Kumasawa isn't a slave. Godai isn't a slave. Quit your jobs! Holy shit! Like, oh my god, genuinely, right? This is pretty insane. This is pretty fucking stupid. You know, along with we're forced to go and just suffering this friendship. They made it clear that orphans from the fucking house get purposefully selected to become servants, work for 3 years, and after 3 years they have enough money to fuck off and go work somewhere else. Right? Like they made a point of that to tell us that if they get enough money after 3 years, most of them fuck off and never come back. They are not slaves. So why are they acting like they are? Is the timeline different here? Like it has to be, right? Like genuinely, the timeline has to be different. They are slaves in this timeline. I do not see any other explanation as to why they're acting like this. Right? I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. So I thought that day of rest would come for all eternity. I thought the same thing. But I believe that it would definitely come someday. So I never forgot that I'm furniture. But Nissan, you did forget. It's my fault, isn't it? It was I who... Yeah, it's your fault, Nissan. If only you hadn't experienced love, we'd both be happy that this day has finally come. You built up too many pointless regrets. Even though you knew you'd left at least this world behind someday. Was the ceremony begin tonight? Yes. And she said one more thing. Tonight, George will probably give you an engagement ring, Nissan. That was a fact. George supposedly had an engagement ring hidden in his pocket. And surely, it would end it over tonight. He brought you two together, letting to use you as a sacrifice of the second twilight. Get it? She tempted you and took advantage of you. I see. I never thought of that. But she told me. She promised that if you don't accept the engagement ring tonight, you won't be chosen as sacrifice, Nissan. I think our chances of being able to go to the Golden Land together are very slim. There will be 13 sacrifices. Only 5 will be left alive. The chances of us being part of that group are tiny. But if you just accept our offer, those chances will rise. I want to take that bet. Our salvation is in the Golden Land. We're gonna reach that place and gain humanity. And then I want to live life as a human, together with you, Nissan. If we do that, we might be able to find true love. In the past, we used to dream about being able to go to the Golden Land. If we go there, any wish will be granted. We'll be saved from this pain. That's what we believed. However, it's a ceremony. Only a few people would be invited to the Golden Land, chosen by fate and chance. Everyone else would lose their life as a sacrifice midway through the ceremony. However, in the past, Shannon and Kennen thought that whether they reached the Golden Land or were sacrificed, they would still be released from their duties as furniture. That meant the ceremony definitely bring release to furniture like them, no matter what happened. Do they have like a slave contract? I I don't get it. I don't like it. Together with you, I want to make up for all the suffering we've endured. I won't become a sacrifice. I won't become a sacrifice. Nissan and I will remain alive. We will reach the golden land together. So I won't let you become the sacrifice of the second twilight. Please, Nissan, don't accept that man's ring. If you don't accept it, she promised not to select you as a sacrifice. I cannot do that. Tonight's ring is very special. My heart won't let me refuse it. Nissan. Sacrificing the ceremony have decided on the witch's whims. That witch has promised to overlook just you, Nissan. You alone will definitely be able to go to the Golden Land. Yeah, can't you just say no? And thanks to that, you can revive George in the Golden Land? Only me? What about you, Canon? The witch's game is enough for me. Then she says eyes. Hi, Slap Kitsune! Hi. We're encountering a terrible case of people thinking they're slaves when it is just a daytime job they can quit. I'll slip through her clutches. I am not powerless. I'll tightly grasp that faint chance. After all, our lives are stringent, aren't they? In order to begin our real lives, let's drag ourselves to the Golden Land. Then, we will gain humanity. And when we've done that, maybe I will be able to experience romance just like you, Nissan. Maybe I won't have to make someone cry just because I'm furniture. Canon, I've had enough of being furniture. I'll definitely become human. I escape this pain. No matter what. There were tears in Kenan's eyes. But I know Kenan had noticed. Kenan hadn't been the only one to know and suffer from the taste of love. He had too. The tears Jessica had shown him that day. And Jessica's pitiful face as she tried to smooth things over and stay bright ever since then. Kenan peeked outside chat. Hi, Reverb! What's up? Kenan would be peak if he realized he's not a slave. Right? Like, my god. Can someone confirm to me, like, I know Khalid and you read it before. In episode 1, I'm right to assume that they did tell us this is not a slave contract, right? That we can leave. They did tell us that in episode 1, right? I saw you brought some kind of change in Kenan's out without him knowing it. Nothing has been said. But that's wrong! I distinctly remember them mentioning that, like, the fucking house raises orphans, right? Then at a certain point, the best orphans in the school get chosen. Yeah, the fucking house kids can leave. Yeah, exactly, and they're kids from the fucking house. From what I understand. Maybe no. Okay. Maybe you're right. The Shannon's case has not been mentioned. Okay. So I'm gonna stop saying that then. Okay. I was getting very frustrated because from what I understood, they were fucking ass orphans. But I was constantly thinking, dude, stop. Okay, good to know. Just got shown him today. Okay? We already read that. Shannon. I have been calling to you for some time now. Yeah, no worries, Cartesian. Now, I get that it's spoiler stuff from that point on. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't misunderstand what was happening before. Right? That there must be something more to Kenan and Shannon, because it was in my mind, they were just employees. It was annoying me that they didn't just quit the job. Be calling to you about your extended core warranty. Imagine if that's what he actually says. Kennen jumped at the sudden sound of Genji's voice. Apparently, he had called for her repeatedly. She already answered. When she turned back, Kennen had disappeared. It seemed he didn't feel like showing his tears to anybody. Yes! I'm sorry for being careless. I entrusted Kennen with lunch, but it should have been you as the next in rank after me who carried it. Beatrice-sama is the most honored guest in this house. There is no more honored guest than her. Please think of her as another master, and be polite. Please take extra care to make no blunders, understand? It is quite painful for me to entrust this to someone as experienced as yourself, but there's nothing you can do about the Yasu's rules. Carry out your duties with the utmost of care. Godad officially agreed, but he glared at Shannon with an expression that told her it definitely wouldn't forgive any mistakes. Even Shannon felt that Godad might as well go himself if he was so desperate to go. But she considered this one of her responsibilities as one who had been allowed to wear the eagle and had to give up. And anyway, I wanted to meet Beatrice. What will I talk about? What will I ask? I don't know. Will this be a meaning of gratitude or one of grief? Or else what? I don't know. Ken piled the witch's food onto the serving cart and left the kitchen at a slow pace. The person knocking was cross. Father, today is our annual family conference. Haven't the siblings gathered here just to get a glimpse of you? Be silent. I say I won't leave. You're there too, aren't you, Genji? Why haven't you had my food right here as I ordered too? Kinzo screamed across the door. Genji was waiting behind Cross. Your meal has been prepared so that it might be carried to the study. However, Cross has expressed his wish that you eat downstairs tonight. Father, I'm not asking you to do this every day. Just for this one night, won't you gather together with your family? Who are you calling family? Since when have you considered vultures circling in wait for roadkill to be family? It's the first time that he gets pissed off at them directly. Every time it was like, only to the servants. Would you call rotting, oozing maggots family as well? My. Cross shrugged at this answer, which he had half expected. Genji, carries me the ears, you were told. Why don't you listen to what I say? Why? Genji-san, I'll leave this in your capable hands. My voice will no longer reach that man. Cross gave his head a small shake, then quickly turned his back on the door to the study. He had only come calling to save face in front of his siblings, knowing full well how useless this was. So Genji watched Cross disappear down the stairs. He called again across the door. Master, we have finished preparations for your meal to be carried here. So bring some for Dr. Nanjo as well. Nanjo could be seen in the study, because Kinzo had forcefully pestered him into finishing their long-lasting chess game. They had been playing against each other since the early evening. Nanjo had announced as a doctor that Kinzo's days were numbered, so he couldn't refuse if Kinzo demanded that they finish this game while he still lived. Kinzo was thinking deeply about his move, concentrating more than usual. It had been Kinzo's turn for quite some time, and Nanjo, who was tired of waiting, had randomly pulled out a book of magic that he couldn't understand and was skimming through it. Kinzo, you won't pick up a good move just by folding your arms and sitting in front of the board. Perhaps you had better take a break and refresh our minds. Be silent. That should be enough to solidify my defense. Will the bishop and the knight be able to penetrate an opening? It's the same chessboard, okay. Kinzo was focused on maintaining a strong defense. I mean, Kinzo's motto was that offense was the best defense. However, it was completely the opposite. I am also angry.
No way to suspend the game here. Besides, I've used my head so much without a break that I'm already feeling dizzy. That's right, I may not be able to perform at my best. No, that won't do. In chess, both players must always make their best moves. Any other sort of move is merely a nuisance to consider. Ruining a game whose focus is predicting your opponent's thoughts. Such a thing considerably reduces our enjoyment. He sighed deeply, finally shifted his gaze away from the board, pressing on the chess without an opponent. If that opponent is tired and wants to suspend the game, there's no getting around it. Sure, the goal of chess is for both players to make the best possible moves, claim for victory. It's an intellectual game where reading your opponent is key. Kinzo, have you forgotten that there's another goal besides victory? What? What other goal could that possibly be? What's this song? To think that you of all people would forget something like that. Yes, it's a way to pass the time having fun with a friend. You've got me there. I believe everyone said those exact words to you long ago. Yes, you've got me there. Kinzo almost always wore a frown, relaxed his face for once and laughed. Oh, we're sharing a tender, loving moment between husbands. Nanjo felt like he'd been reunited with a close friend he hadn't seen in ages. That's all it is. But I managed to take a shot back at you. What do you say? Will you go down? Will you go down on me? Why don't we discuss Kasparov's middle game with some coffee? They are indeed going to kiss. They indeed are. Do you see it? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. Okay. We're gonna resize it a little. Here we go. Probably 60. 60 is good. Yes. Okay. I think Kinzo does not have the fang. Kinzo does not have the fang, I'm realizing. And Nanjo doesn't either. Alright, besides that. Oops, just realized. Here we go. Alright. When you're done with Umineko, I want to have a copy of this PNG. I've already posted the first one if you want. This is just a gay /fic between Nanjo and Kinzo. True! Without love, it cannot be seen. Oh my god, I'm adding that. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna put this in big, bold letters, and we're gonna take a different font. What font? What font should I put this in? Where is it? I'm searching for it. Give me a second. Let's go with Windpact.
Oh, fuck. Okay, and then we extend this. All right. Is this a good font in your opinion? I'm gonna go with yes, but if you guys have a different idea, tell me. I need to fix this. Let's put more in the center, and this we're gonna center too. Without love, it cannot be seen. This is the tagline for the newest Umineko movie. I am putting this as a thumbnail for the next video, by the way. Just so we're clear. What else could I add? I'm gonna add another extra heart. I could also have me draw like something like this, right? I'm gonna take the color for this. Right? I can just like draw. Just like, you know, the mouth extending to have a kiss together, right? Right? You see what I mean? Nah, no, this doesn't work. This ended up looking phallic, and that was not even the intent. Let's not do that. Now that just looks lewd. Indeed, indeed. Let's not do that. You know what? You know what? I know what to do. Okay. Okay, first of all, we're gonna do... I am a devil. We're gonna... Give me a second. I need a reference image. Okay. Their forehead is so big that, like, you know, they got matching tattoos. Right? Wait, no. If we get matching tattoos, they should get, like, one half of the bird each. Right? You get me? Wait, okay. So, like... I'm guessing... Nanjo gets, like, the tail half, right? And then... Sorry, let me do it... Okay. I'm gonna be smart about this. Right? Okay. Okay. So... We're gonna draw the mark here. Right? Sorry, let me switch it around so it's easier to draw. No, that's not what I want. Oh, right, okay. I'm stupid. There we go. Now, you rotate it left 180 degrees. Okay. Then, we proceed to draw. Let me check what it looks like. So we start with the head. Maybe a smaller size. Start with a smaller size, right? That way I can do like the little antenna. Like this. Okay. Then it goes around. Okay, I need to extend the thing. Wait a second. It's alright, I'll just downscale everything, by the way. That's why I don't mind taking too much space. Everything is gonna be downscaled. It's a big one. And then... No. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. And then it goes down into that one little spike. Then comes back in like this, right? And then finally comes back. Right? And that's it. No. Somewhere the loop is not closed properly. Where could it be? I'm not seeing it. Here. Was here. Yes. Should it be filled? Should it be filled? Probably should be. Okay, now comes a question, right? They are going to have this as a shared tattoo. So, essentially... go back to this. Essentially, what is going to happen is it's going to be like this. Either like this, right? And one of them gets the tail end. Or like this. And like Nanjo has the tail and E has the wing and the head. And you could say that like Nanjo gets the tail. Yeah, you could say Nanjo is the one who gets the tail from Kinzo's, you know, magnificent head and wings. What do you guys think? I think I prefer sending it straight up. Yes, but then it's not a matching. It's like matching PFPs, right? The idea is like one of them is half, the other is the other half, right? Or wait, no, amazing idea, right? Without its wings, the bird cannot fly. Nanjo is the wings that allow Kinzo to soar even higher. Isn't that beautiful? Is that not beautiful? If it isn't, I don't know what is. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna divide it perfectly. Here we go. And our good friend... No, I took the wig too big. Here we go. Our good friend Nanjo with his tattoo. Is this perfect? I think it is. I think it sort of is. Yeah, it's perfect bird tattoo. Bird wing. Then we finish his eyebrow back. We got back his eyebrow. Here we go. Perfect. This is making me start to craft my own theories. Ninja Kinzo's mystical Beatrice. Holy shit! I was thinking standing straight up and flip it horizontally for the other one. I think it's better with like the analogy that like Nanjo is Kinzo's wings. Right? I think it works better. I need to add more. Also, where is that tail? I lost the tail. It's supposed to end in a tiny little tail, like this. Okay, and we flip it properly. Here we go. Well, this is big, right? So I don't know if I should resize it. 70, right? Something like this. Right? Maybe? What do you guys think? Is this peak or is this trash? Whoa, oh, I have a sequel. I have a sequel to the sentence. Let's go back to not. Okay, impact is dog shit. I'm not using impact anymore. Let's go back to Ariel. I've been using Ariel the entire time. It's awful. Ariel sucks, but it's better than nothing. Without his wings, Kinzo cannot fly. That is poetic. That is beautiful. Right? It's going to be one hell of a thumbnail. You can barely see the the text. Alright. Then what else? What else could we add? Golden butterflies. True. Right, you said that before. Bigger brush. Right. Right, it was supposed to like close in like this. No, they're not. Don't remember how you draw butterflies. I'm just drawing them like this. Fuck it. That'll work. Getting this tattooed on my back. You better. You better. You said it? No, you have to. You said it? Now you have to. I love the little childish music playing in the background as it happens, right? As I'm drawing this. It sucks so bad. Only now did it kick in. Oh, fucking horrible this is. Why did I do this? Why did I fucking do this? It does have souls though. It does. Okay. Is there anything I could add? Does anyone have any idea? I take any suggestion here. Should I fill those in? What do we look like filled in? No, it looks like nothing if it's filled in. No, you are even. No furniture connect this. Yeah, true. Very true. Where else could we put? Oh, I know. Bit bigger on this. What else? What other thing could be is used like in those anime pictures? Wait. Let me Google anime love pic. No, those are all AI. God damn it. Kawaii. If I had kawaii. No, I'm not seeing anything. Nothing is coming out, jumping at me. Can we have a rainbow? Oh, yes, you're right. Oh my god. Yes, thank you. Okay, rainbow. Let me see the colors. Alright, it starts with a red. Where do I put it? Where do I put the rainbow, though? From behind their head. Right, something like this. I'll go back if it ends up sucking. No, I think it's the wrong position for the rainbow. Where could I put the rainbow? Maybe the without love it cannot be seen should be below? Right? Put it below? And then the rainbow comes from above, right? Between like this side of the picture to the other side. I think that makes more sense. Like this, okay. And now we take the orange. I want something satisfying. I don't want to overtake the heart, is the issue, right? I feel like this is happening. Yellow, green, blue, and purple. Alright. I'm gonna cut in a bit on the orange. Here we go. Yellow. Green. What type of green? Dark. This is the one they use to depict this, normally. Blue. Dark blue. And then, finally, purple. Right? Okay, now we fill this in. And yellow. With this tiny portion right there. Does this look okay? Bye, Slap Kitsune! Have a good night! Thank you for passing by. Does this work? Does this work? Is a real question here. I don't know if the, it is good, okay. Then I want to make some polishing touches. I want to polish this a little. I can definitely do a bit better on this. Right, especially the yellow part. Oh, part is awful. A bit too much here. Okay, I'm gonna take a lot of space with the yellow, but that's because I'm gonna cut in with the green, right? The green is gonna come, take over a bit of space from the yellow. Not too much. Pretty good. Space-wise. Alright. Okay. Blue. I'm leaving the white lines, it's all. Reminds us all of where real talent comes from. It's trial and error. Hardships. Many of them. Is this what being a true artist feels like? I think I understand now. Your enthusiasm is inspiring. I don't think any more can be added to it. Yeah. Actually, just tiny little detail. I think I should center this more. Here we go. Perfect. Maybe this actually it's just a tiny little nitpick. Like this, right? I think it's better. I think it's better. Here we go. We've settled it. We've made it. We have made it. This is my masterpiece, and I am going to save to make sure this is not like corrupted or anything. Perfect. Okay, we're back. We're so back. Back to the game. It took a while, but I think it was worth the effort. Alright. That's all it is. Now that I've managed to take a shot back at you, what do you say? Will you go down with me and have dinner? Why don't we discuss Gaspar's middle game along with some coffee? Appealing proposition, but I'm afraid I must decline. I can no longer leave this room. After all, the ceremony has already begun. Is that so? Well, my stomach is growling. I'll go downstairs. Anytime you feel like it. Nanjo, thank you. Oh? What could you be thanking me for? We didn't finish your match. However, it seems I have somehow achieved that second goal of chess, which I had forgotten. And it would appear that goal is no less important than achieving checkmate. Cute. This didn't like you. Why so sentimental? You said it yourself, did you not? My days in this world are numbered. Now go, and don't come to this room again. Let us continue this match in the Golden Land. That's fine with me, but we'll have to start over. Losing that rook was a serious blow. Well then, I will see you later. Yes, later. Maybe in the Golden Land or in Purgatory. Or possibly in the next world. Nanjo didn't say anything beyond that. And, with emotion made smooth by familiarity, he pushed the button on the table that would release the auto-lock. Then, after looking at Kinzo's back one last time, he left the study. As he did, Genji's voice came from the hall. If you are ready, master, I will now carry in your dinner. It may be my final dinner. I must savor it. Please prepare it. As you wish. And are your preparations complete as well, master? Indeed. In the time leading up to this day, this room has been carefully wrapped in a multitude of barriers. Even if a root chooses me, I will definitely repel it. See? See, that's what I'm talking about. Episode 1. Everyone is like, oh yeah, he must have left the room early on, right? He must have found a reason to leave the room. No, he just hid in it. He was hiding in his room. He has no reason to leave his room because it is the safest place ever in the mansion. I will remain alive and will surely become one of those who reach the Golden Land. I shall repulse the visit of the Ripper's trait to drag me off to the land of the dead. Excuse me. I have come to serve your meal. What if someone had a really good impression and knocked on the door? True. True. Then he would probably leave. He would just like be so horny for Beatrice. Or he would probably not be brain dead. You know? Like, someone found a way to enter the room, which, in my opinion, was either the room being left open for one reason or another, or Kinzo purposefully opened it. Maybe because there was a good Beatrice impression, actually. But something like that. He had the reason to have the door open. But he never left that room. He has no reason to, at no point. I was convinced of that the second they revealed that the door handle has scorpion charms. Right? Because if they hadn't, you could assume that it would be stupid enough to go outside and rush towards like whatever voice is calling out to her, if it sounds like Beatrice. But no, he's actively trying to ward her off. He's actively trying to make her fuck off. Just so he can be sure that he doesn't die. Until the end. Alright. Shannon enters the VIP room, bowing her head and pushing the serving cart. The young woman by the window, gazing out into the supposedly empty darkness, was definitely that witch. Who is Shannon this time? How long it's been? Oh. Your face isn't nearly as pale as it once was. I can see you're no canon. I hardly recognize you. Thank you very much. Shannon solemnly prepared dinner. There were actually several things she wanted to ask the witch. But they were all jumbled up, and she didn't know where to start. The plot was also jumbled up, and she didn't understand her own emotions. So, she could only do her job dispassionately, with everything still vague. However, the witch saw what was in her heart. You can't hide anything from a witch. I won't apologize. I am a witch after all. Apologize for what? Come now. Gaten must have told you about it. When we rescued your love life because of a mischievous spirit. It was nothing more than a seed I sowed so you could watch your love grow complicated, become twisted and fail. I imagine some people think it's more fun to hear about love than to have it. You couldn't possibly be frank, thank me, right? I am. No matter what kind of ulterior motive you had when you gave me the magic of love, it does not change the fact that I received it from you. So even if you saw it as seeing knowing that the two of us wouldn't be able to stay together for life, I won't hold a grudge against you. It seems furniture is dull after all. Cackle, 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 cackle. This is where I show my skill by cooking it into something interesting. I don't understand what you're thinking, Beatrice-sama. You are a great witch and people like us don't even reach your feet. Technically you do. Technically you do. Nor can we even imagine your grand thoughts. But there is at least one thing I can say. You are Beatrice. Thank you for teaching me to be a human. You said it yourself. I am no longer furniture. Be silent, furniture. If you were a true human, the announcement of your death on the day that you were to receive an engagement ring should have you dancing around, mad with grief. But what are you doing? Your face looks so enlightened, as though you've accepted everything. Surely an anticlimax, furniture. No, I am not furniture. Be silent, furniture. I won't be silent, because I'm not furniture. Are you saying you won't obey my orders? Furniture obeys orders, but a human decides for herself whether to obey orders or not. So I won't obey your orders. Based Shannon. Actually, I changed my mind. I kind of I'm gonna screenshot that if it's relevant in the next few frames. I'll add that to the shot. I love those fangs. Cackle, cackle, cackle. I take back what I said. You really are interesting. If I hadn't sowed those seeds, you probably wouldn't have allowed the ceremony to control its fate without clinging to any emotions. But now you've grown to become something truly interesting. Something that will entertain me to no end. That is well.
For I am not fond of boredom. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Dinner is ready. Here you go. Doesn't this look delicious? If God makes it to the Golden Land, perhaps I shall commission him as my chief cook. I heard from Canon something about, oh, if I rejected Joel's proposal, you promised not to make me a sacrifice. Indeed. I said as much. You would make an ideal potential sacrifice for the Ceylon Twilight. But because Canon cried and screamed asking that I spared you, I graciously listened to his words. With the condition that you abandon your engagement, of course. Cackle, cackle. See how gracious I am! Always my Beatrice impression, by the way, I'm a devil. Am I great at being Beatrice? What a foolish offer. And what a foolish threat. You used that terribly bully Canon, did you? Oh, so you comprehend. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Apparently Shanna had seen through it. She had apparently guessed that it was a witch had bullied and humiliated Canon with that horrible promise as bait. And I crawl on the carpet and kiss my shoes. Cackle, cackle, cackle. And that's not all. Do you want to use the other ways in which I humiliated him? Canon silently shook her head. I finally come to understand you. You like to bully, confuse, and trouble people. And you do it to entertain yourself. And now, I know for sure, the one single way I can resist you. And what that might be. I don't care about you. I'll carry out the fate that has been given to me, that's all. I won't entertain you. I'm taking this. Wait. Let me lower the size really quick. Put it at like 70, I think. Yeah, 70 is good. We'll move it more to the center. Then we take this. Such a good screenshot. And we're gonna put it right here. Resize it a bit. Put it at like 80. Yes, thank you. And I need to confirm this from you later, right? Because in the end, she did lie. She's not the key. She's just lying. Perfect. Real shit. Awful stuff. I was sad for her. The witch's feature twisted in nature for just an instant. It disappeared immediately, but the expression that briefly rose to her face was rare for the witch, whose malicious smile usually never faded for a second. Cackle, 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 cackle. I see. So you might resist me in that way. Oh, amusing. Oh, truly entertaining. I'll kill you. You and your lover both. If that's the fate you decided upon, do as you will. I won't be afraid, and I won't stand against you. After all, I don't believe this cruel fate that's coming is something controlled by your will. Oh, it's even worse. He doesn't believe in Beatrice. We humans know nothing of fate that might come to pass in the future. That's why I lived to the fullest until the last instant, following my convictions and the fate set before me. Fate is just a roll of the dice. There's no malice in it. Even if you claim there is, I won't believe it.
Oh! So, even though you've quit being furniture, you have no fear of death. It seems you believe this will bore me, but you couldn't be more wrong. Minus C being behind the curtains. True! The thought of seeing whether you can hold onto that tune until the last moment really serves to intrigue me more and more. Cackle, 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 cackle. I won't stand this. Why do you take the form of a human, appear in front of us, speak with human words, and ridiculous? It's because of the butler, actually. If you hadn't appeared in front of us, if you hadn't predicted the future, we would have been able to live life to the fullest until the last moment. That's what witches do. They live up your face, reigning as a high order being does of a low order being. You didn't do that the first time, idiot. Your face had nothing more than fragments. If I kept my hands together, could scoop out as many of those as I want. Just like no matter what the beef cows I raised might babble, it doesn't change the fact that I'll be having them for dinner. Okay, cool. We are powerless, so we cannot fight against your ceremony of fate. But I can make you unhappy right now. Oh? I know where you're planning to accomplish this. By walking away from this place right now. No matter how I respond to your words, it will only amuse you. Refusing to respond to your question is my only method of resisting you. I see, I see. You might be able to take a shot at me, but you cannot defeat me, yes? I have the power to kill anyone for eternity. I cannot wait to see whether you can keep up that resistance in an endlessly repeating cycle of death and rebirth. Don't you forget it, okay? You spoke those words yourself. Wait, so... she's already doing this, isn't she? That's already what's happening. Well then, if you will excuse me. If you need anything, please call me. Shannon gave a reserved bow and faced away. With that gesture, maybe she really did take a shot back at the witch, just as Beatrice had said. Because when the witch called out again, she sounded a little more quick-tempered than she did before. Why don't thank me, don't you? Don't you thank me for bringing you your day of rest? Furniture may be happy when the day of rest comes, but I am a human, so I have nothing to thank you for. Is that all you have to say? You plan to accept George's ring, yes? Don't forget that if you do, I will abandon the promise I made with Kana, the promise that she would not be selected as a sacrifice. If you need anything else, I'll have someone else come. If you will, excuse me? A flat interruption. Shannon still didn't send her. And the sound of the door closing came instead of an answer. Shannon's resistance probably struck far more deeply into the witch than Shannon herself thought. Because an expression of hatred once again rose to Beatrice's face. He had made Shannon submit, even though she hadn't been ensnared until the end. Whereas Shannon, who had been so easily ensnared before, refused to submit this time. See, so, the state of affairs is amusing after all. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Perhaps I really am still young. This is why I haven't tired of life until 1,000 years. $1,000 probably sounds very boring in the end. I'm not gonna lie. This was the most fabulous part of the family conference. Dinner. In the past, when Kinzo had been serious about the conference, he'd taken everyone's yearly gathering for dinner very seriously. Because anything embarrassing that occurred during the dinner would cause deepest shame for him as a host. He had given Natsui stern orders to avoid embarrassment at all costs. I'm gonna take a short break actually. Be right back. Give me 5 minutes. Promise only 5 minutes. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the delay, but I'm back. I had to do something really quick. And it should have been handled right now. I was buying a game for a friend for an event tonight. Because I had forgotten to do so before stream. So it is handled, taken care of. But I think you heard this on stream. Or at least heard the sound from the trailer. Which isn't that bad. It's just pure sprays, that's why. So it was just me, that wasn't just me screaming randomly. Okay, wait, I need to blow my nose, I just realized. My nose is getting stuffy, I'm struggling to speak. Okay, I genuinely do not know what's happening today, but I am extremely ADHD. I am getting distracted by the slightest bug flying in my room. I am all over the place. It's crazy. I don't understand. All right, let's continue. Because anything embarrassing, okay. In the past, he taken everyone's year gathering very seriously. Because anything embarrassing that occurred during the dinner would cause the deepest shame for him as a host. He had given Natsui stern orders to avoid embarrassment at all costs. Because of that, she and Cross eventually hired Goda, who had confidence in his cooking abilities. Thanks to that, they became able to serve wonderful dinners they could be confident in. But by that time, Kinzo had closed himself up in his study and never appeared for dinner. Okay, predictions for who dies first. There was nearly no focus on Rudolph, Hideyoshi, Eva, and Natsui and Cross. I'm thinking the surviving ones are definitely gonna be those two, and maybe Goda probably survives the first night, the first twilight. Who knows? Maybe you could call that ironic. Natsui was focused on in episode 1. Yeah, that's why I'm saying she's gonna die. Maybe you could call it ironic. When the main dish for tonight, calf steak, was set out, Goda began to describe it proudly, further stimulating everyone's appetites. It's funny, or in a way, Natsui's desire to protect everyone ended up killing them all because they never managed to solve the riddle as a result. But on the other hand, it looks like to solve the riddle, they need to loop through Beatrice's bullshit time powers in order to have a chance to find it. I was thinking, because they are all locked inside the mansion, right? What if, like, they're able to find there's the treasure there? What if this is a metaphor for things inside the mansion? Right? Like, I don't know, it is a stretch, but maybe a character counts as a Sweetfish River. Follow its path downstream. So you would follow someone, and then you will see, I don't know, a room? I have no idea. Okay, no, this analogy makes no sense. The further I think of it, the further it makes zero sense. All right, let's keep going then. But I began to describe it proudly, further stimulating everyone's appetite. The Soul Series Borderlands. Of course, the Raid 1 base I used was excellent, even among those made in Bordeaux. But in addition, I prepared an original blend of this house. A blend of choice alcohol from around the world to further deepen the taste. This sauce is limited to this year. I sincerely hope you're enjoying your meal. Isn't that wonderful? However, isn't Bordelais sauce common to French cooking? It almost seems like using alcohol from outside France for that is heresy. Cross, today is the annual family conference. As the dinner for those who normally live far away and who have traveled far from across the world to gather together, I realized it would be most fitting to have a sauce made from a blend of fine alcohol from all over the planet that have never met each other before. So I had it specially prepared. Wonderful! A truly wonderful cook, that's what you are! Food and medicine work twice as well if you said it right. True. It's already twice as delicious as normal food, and the advertising makes it twice as good as that. It makes keeps doubling and doubling. God, we love Hideyoshi here. We love Hideyoshi. Giggle. Come on, Misa. The question of Jones is obviously a plan. No doubt about it. You totally said go to sign up to steal the show on that one. Ido Pixie, true! Ido Pixie. You think so? I thought there might be some people here who didn't notice that today's food was in the French style. After all, if I just said that avoiding butter was a virtue, but that's the Spanish style. Well, I guess they do share a border, right? No, they don't actually. France and Spain do not share a border. So, you know, now you know. They actually share two borders. Because of Andorra. This is so stupid, why did I say that? Oh my god, why am I so stupid? Okay, let's keep going. This is probably not even true. I wanted to sound smart, but it's 99% not true. I know it. That's not what I meant. Will you please not take a part of the conversation out of context and mix stuff up? It's a very delicious sauce. It's your French heritage reflexively coming out. True. True. Good-san, you certainly are amazing. It is a great honor to receive your praise. And this is all thanks to Madame's habitual guidance. No, it was all good as idea. I only listened to the recipe and approved of it. It looked like the siblings quickly got into a loud argument about the sauce. Yeah, last time they couldn't enjoy it because of the umbrella. Right. So now they actually get to enjoy the food. But for the most part, dinner proceeded peacefully. However, a certain question they desperately wanted to ask burned inside each one of them was about the visitor, the 19th person. The Golden Wish! In actuality, Ivan, Rudolph, and the rest were very much on their guard during this meal. If the mystery guest was ever going to be introduced, the dinner table would be the most appropriate place to do it. However, no place was set at the dinner table for the witch. The family conference would begin in earnest after the meal, and previous experiences told them that it must last until deep into the night. However, they couldn't imagine why such a person should be kept hidden until that late, if they were going to be introduced in the end anyway. So, Evan, Rudolph, and the rest were starting to feel a certain suspicion. Perhaps this guest was unknown even to Cross. If this wasn't an assassin called by Cross to give him an advantage in the inheritance problem, maybe we should speak frankly to Cross beforehand, creating a common front to resist anything disadvantageous to the four siblings. He chose the Kinzo's assassin, whose purpose was to keep the inheritance from being handed over to the four siblings. The enmity between Cross and the other siblings could only become a weak point that benefited the enemy. We haven't heard of Battler for a while. Wow. Well then, please enjoy your leisure. When you finish explaining the reasoning behind the table setting and the cooking, Goda tried to leave the room, but Kiri called him to stop with a small voice.
Hi, Kirie-sama.
Yes, Kiri-sama.
何か
What is it?
ごめんなさい。
Please excuse me.
今日は
I was under the impression we had company today, but can we expect to be joined at the dinner table? She had planned on saying it nonchalantly, but unfortunately, it reached the ears of Natsui, who was sitting in the next seat over. It seemed that Natsui had heard it, as even though the guests are here, why hasn't the host come to the dinner? In other words, that Kiri had asked whether Kinzo was going to join them for dinner. The family guide is not his best, so he said he would take dinner in his study. I believe my husband explained that in the beginning. Yeah, he still hasn't come out on the stage yet. I wish he does. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. Natsui's reaction instantly told Kiri that his unknown visitor was also unknown to Cross and his wife. Which meant, on the chessboard inside Kiri's mind, he hears a clattering of the pieces as they rearranged themselves. What do you mean, we have company? Battler! Aye! What's up, Battler? Battler, who had been sitting next to Natsui, seemed to have heard Kiri's words without misunderstanding them. Thinking it strange that someone else would be invited to today's family conference, he spoke up incredulously. And thanks to that, the uncomfortable feeling building up in the sibling's chest suddenly exploded. Everyone looked at Goda at the same time. Judging by their reactions, it was clear that no one here had invited that mysterious woman. For instance, Goda was startled to find everyone's gazes gathered on him. But because of his naturally vain personality, this actually gave him a feeling of superiority. Therefore, he answered in an extremely calm and graceful manner.
Hi.
That is correct. Our guest wanted to eat alone in the VIP room and is being served there. That extremely graceful and reasonable response of Goda made it obvious to everyone that the 19th person, a visitor, existed. Is Jessica at the dinner table? We haven't heard of Jessica yet. Jessica has not spoken yet. This still holds up. This. No. This holds up. Listen. Until I see Jessica with Beatrice, she does not exist. She is Jessica. Until I see them in the same room, I won't believe it. Maybe Jessica learned the power to teleport or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe she's just really good at switching her disguises. Like she has Skyrim powers where she just clicks a button and instantly she equips an entire costume. I don't know. Who knows? The VIP room? A guest? What? What are you talking about? Natsui's words echoed the question that everyone who didn't know about the appearance of the Golden Witch was thinking. Thank you for the follow, RPG Cities. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams. For a while, Goda was disoriented, caught completely off guard by this sudden interrogation. This was a guest who had been treated with such deep respect. He hadn't imagined that Cross and his wife might not even know about her. The guest is, Beatrice-sama. Beatrice! See? Beatrice came! Maya had been telling the other cousins over and over that she had... I said ogre. That she had met Beatrice that day. The cousins had answered flippantly, but they hadn't believed. So, their eyes grew wide. Sorry? I totally thought you were joking, Maya. Solo girl. That reminds me of a YouTuber who I watch who is like very deep in irony, who was like panicking right after making a mistake in Minecraft, and he just suddenly shouted, "You've got to be shrieking me!" And instantly he regretted saying that, like on the spot. And ever since then, everyone has mocked him for it, and it's fucking killing me. Like, imagine genuinely panicking, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, "You've got to be shrieking me." So fucking awful. You should check him out, by the way. He's called Josh. If you type Josh on YouTube, like J-O-S-H, AWSH. That's the guy. I love him. He's so cool.
ベアトリーチェって
Dai Beatrice. You mean that Beatrice was the
ベア
gold?
トリーチェなのかよ
She's acting like she doesn't know. I've been saying she exists the whole time. No one believes.
ごめんね。
Sorry, Maya-chan.
そういうつもり
That's
じゃ
not
な
how we
いん
meant
だ
it.
よ。
To learning that everyone had doubted Beatrice's existence. Maya, who had been in a good mood all day, completely lost her temper. Charge, who sat in the next seat over, tried frantically to calm Maya.
ゴーダ
Goda,
それも
is this some sort of dinner entertainment? Quite a performance.
兄貴
Aniki, quit playing dumb. You called her here, right?
呼ぶ
Cold?
誰
Called whom?
どこか
From where?
兄さん
Nisan. Let's be clear about this. Who is she? Surely you aren't going to tell us that it really is the Beatrice from that portrait, right?
私にはお
I
前
don't have a clue what you people are talking about.
ゴーダ
Goda, you really aren't joking,
これは
right?
冗談ではないのだな
You can.
私はその
The voice acting is really good. Like, you can hear in Cross's voice that he's actually, like, panicking himself. That's great. I was just ordered by Genji-san.
その
源氏を呼びなさ
Call
い
for Genji.
今すぐ
Immediately. When Natsui yelled, Goda sped out into the hallway. The sound of the door being thrown open was a spark that suddenly set the dinner table ablaze.
じゃあ兄貴も知らないって
So you're saying in the dark too, Aniki? Yeah, it is. I didn't have the VAs when I played this 8 years ago. It really does help. It really does. Genuinely, the VA are good at this. They're really good.
呼んだの
Who called her?
親父ってこと
Was it Dad?
私には
I don't know anything about this.
お前たちは
It seems you people think I've been pulling the strings behind the scene, but that's a huge
それは
misunderstanding.
大きな極クラス兄さん
Calm down, Cross. We've gone past the stage of skirmishing with each other.
もし兄さん
If you're saying even you don't know this mysterious person, then something crazy is going
と
on.
んでもない話になるんやで
秀吉さん
Hideyoshi-san, can you be a little more discreet with your words?
主人は
My husband will not invite unnecessary people to the family conference. Obviously. What are you people talking about? Are you saying the witch of the portrait has broken out of her frame and appeared? It's not as though anyone has actually met this witch with face to face.
私
I met her.
あったわ
Ivan and Rudolph nodded at Rosa's proclamation. Hey, I made it too! Uncle Cross, believe it! Believe Mama! The brief tension was broken, Maria also started to make her ruckus. By now, the room was thoroughly wrapped in chaos. Yeah, like, that's what I was thinking. There's 1,500,000 words. This gotta cost so much. Like, voice acting is really expensive. To this degree. It's quite insane to me. It is quite insane. Got an anime and a manga, this was a huge hit. Okay, fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Apparently the manga is good and the anime is dog shit. Igarashi basically printed money. How many sales did we have on Igarashi? Like, oh good, oh well off is the creator now. I'm wondering. But now the room was already wrapped in chaos. I don't have a clue what's going on. So, what does it mean? Does it mean the witch who gave Grandfather the gold is showing up as a special guest this year?
しかし
But, is that really true?
ローザおば
Oh, Rosa didn't see it wrong, did she? I met her too! He's working on Silent Hill? God damn! Okay, Silent Hill sounds cool now. Wow.
ローザおばさん
Oh, Rosa, are you
間
sure?
違いなくなんですか
Yes. Maya and I met her, and we've been talked to her.
話も私はあったの
I met her.
あれは
That was
間違い
definitely a witch.
信じて
Believe me,
私の見間違い
I
とか
definitely didn't see it wrong or hallucinate or
そん
something.
なのじゃ断じてない
Wait, I gotta talk to someone. Okay. What on earth was that? Give me a second.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god, I completely fucked up my settings now. Okay, here we go. He's the head writer of Silent Hill. We'll see who it is. I am pretty... I've never played a Silent Hill. But if the writing is as good as this... Wait. Give me a second. Okay. In the instant before the typhoon arrived, Rose had definitely met a witch in the rose garden. But the scene had been so hard to accept as truth. But the more she spoke of it like this, the less she understood what it was she had encountered. Ironically, since she was losing her composure, the more frantically she tried to cling to her claim, the more confused and hazy the thing she was describing became. Because of that, it only took a single, calmly spoken sentence to confirm the nature of what she was describing beyond doubt. I also met with her. I greeted, well, couldn't really call it that. I exchanged a few words with her. But then I think it's not something that Rosa-san just saw wrong. Kiri-san, are you serious? Yes, but she didn't tell me her name. So I can't say for certain that she was Beatrice. However, I'm sorry if this is subjective, but since I met her in the entrance hall, I was able to compare her face with the portrait. My first impression was that this portrait has to be hers. This is all just subjective. That is impossible! In the first place, where did that woman come from? The only boat arriving today was the one that brought all of you here. Was she on that boat? Well, it's hard to say for sure. Of course, I don't remember any woman like that getting off the boat with us. Oh, is that all? Can you prove there wasn't a boat besides the one we rode on? Yeah, everyone keeps assuming there's like only one boat that can travel. That's stupid. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I was dealing with business. It's settled now. Can you prove there wasn't a boat besides the one we rode on? You can't. You can't prove one didn't arrive. Makes sense. If another boat did arrive, it might be possible to prove it. If someone saw it and said they saw it, then you're done. But it's impossible to prove that such a boat didn't arrive. Even if everyone says that no such boat arrived, but they didn't see it arrive, you can't prove that it didn't arrive secretly. It's that thing they call devil's proof. It'd be simple to prove that devils exist. All you have to do is meet the devil. But it's impossible to prove that devils don't exist. Just by saying that no one has ever met the devil, you can't deny the possibility that they're hiding away somewhere humans can't go. You can't deny the existence of aliens for exactly the same reason. Until humanity searches the whole space, it can show perfectly that aliens don't exist. You can't be sure that they don't exist. And it's definitely impossible for us to check the entirety of space for the existence of aliens. Therefore, while there may be a number of ways to prove that aliens do exist, it would always be impossible to show proof that denies their existence. So, any discussion about there being a second boat would just be a waste of our time. She wasn't on the boat with us. That much is the fact, so she must have arrived on the island through some other means. That's right. But maybe no need to discuss how she came here. What's important is that she's actually mentioned now, and doesn't feel like having dinner with us.
Okay, let's review. Right now, there's another guest on this island, other than the 18 people of the Ushiromiya family. And this is a guest even Aniki and Natsui don't know about, right? I know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Be silent for now. Your headache will get worse. It is as my wife says. Oh, we'll see. I have no idea what you people have been talking about until now. Then there can only be one answer. Father called her here. Called her here for today's family conference. Was a family conference? Again? Why? I don't know that. I'm questioning you because I thought you might know. God, she's stupid. Everyone's pissed off. Eva, could you give it a rest? Is this the first time we've seen the cross-English fight? I think we saw it early on during that one scene. But like happened for a second and then he pulled into a smirk. Because he realized like he trapped all of them at that point. Cross said he doesn't know. Oh, here's what we got. Father stealthily invited the witch of the portrait as a secret guest. And she met with Rosa-san and Maria-chan and then Kiri-san. That's over now. If she has something to say to us, she could just show herself right away. Now we gotta wonder why she shut herself up without grinning us. Does this mean Dad? Okay, give me a second to reposition myself. Does this mean Dad, who never gave a crap about this family conference in the first place, secretly called a new mistress here? And I don't wear clothes of this ideal witch? Yeah, what's up with our clothes? I don't understand. What the fuck is up with her clothes? Is they too important for the explanation to fly? There couldn't be only one reason. He joined in on the family conference. He wants to claim some right to father's inheritance. Bakabakashi. The family head wouldn't have something as filthy as a mistress. I told you to be quiet. I've lived in this mansion with father all this time and I've never heard a thing about something like that. If we stretch plausibility to its limit, and assume father had an illegitimate child with some mistress decades ago, then maybe father searched her out and called her here today. Is that what you're trying to say? Dear, it's absurd to think father is such a sal. Who wasted noble blood of the Ushiromiya family on the mistress? This is nothing more than a few people making wild claims. It's obviously a fantasy, a delusion, a daydream. Or is everyone here taking part in some kind of act to trick my husband? What act? If one's acting, it's you! Quit it, Aniki. Natsui may be a bit over vehement, but she's right. Here we saw her. I didn't. Neither did you, Aniki. But Rosa did. But that means she exists. There are people who can prove she exists, so I assure right away that she does. It's the opposite of the devil's proof. And I want to meet her too. I want to ask her directly what kind of business she has with the Ushiromiya family. I agree with you on that. I do indeed wish to inquire as to what business she has in Rokunjima. Don't play dumb! There's only one thing she could be after. His inheritance. We should work out further plans with a lawyer who's hot on inheritance issues. If the mistress claims equal rights as mother, then our shares will be cut right in half. Wait a second, everybody! Genji-san will come very soon. He knows everything. I'm sure he'll answer your questions. Okay, then let's stop talking about this. Hey, you kids! Sorry, but the adults have to start talking about something complicated. Return to the guest house. Was they yelling at the children, slightly overcome with emotion. The children didn't understand why they were suddenly being yelled at this time, but Ivan and the rest realized it too late. They were talking so bluntly about the filthy topic of the inheritance right in front of the children. Of course they would not want their children to remain. They all immediately agreed with Rosa's plan. That's right, just as Rosa said. And this is upon Jessica leaving the room. That she turns into a witch and comes back into the room. You know it. You're gonna see it happen.
ジョージ
George, take all the cousins and go back to the guest house. You all play nice together.
ジョージ
George, do
言わ
as
れ
you
た通り
told.
にないとこみんなを
Take all the cousins and leave right now.
ちょ
Wait a second, mother.
僕たち
We still haven't finished eating.
終えていない
Ooh, and this hasn't even come yet. Ooh.
デザート
We will not go to take this to the guest house.
だから出て行
So
きなさい
leave.
ジェシカ
Jessica,
ここから先は
from here on, the
大人の
elders
話
will be
聞きなさい
talking together. Sure,
食いかけだ
even though I'm still eating.
ってこと
I guess I won't be the only exception.
俺だけ
理解してくれて
Thanks for understanding, Batlikin.
でもあなた
Well, you sure are lucky. Huh? Why?
私も出
I
て
want to
行
leave
く
if
な
I
ら出て
could. I wish she did. I wish she did so she would not die. She's absolutely going to die. Please don't die. Please. Please.
違いねえぜ
I bet.
大人は
I'll let you adult enjoy your family chat about the inheritance. Your happy family
お
chat.
楽しみくださいってんだ
I will also leave my seat. At any rate, it appears my turn will not come tonight. Nanjo quickly rose to his feet. From his seat, in the farthest corner, he had been calmly watching the whole discussion without butting in. Surely, that reaction of his was very adult, just what you would expect of a calm, old gentleman. When Nanjo rose from his seat, he ended up encouraging the others who were supposed to leave. The children noisily rose from their seats. They hurried into the hallway. The servants returned. I apologize for taking so long. I have called Genji. I was checking to see that all of the doors and windows are shut, so it took me some time. Wait, so... The children are stuck inside? Okay, 1. Are the children stuck inside? 2. 2. Are the children not going to hear the letter? And are we going to hear the letter then? My apologies.
さあ
Come on,
子供
children,
たちは
to the guest house.
ゴーダさん
Good-san, my apologies. Could you carry the children's portion of the death to the guest house? Is that what you wish? Thank God I wasn't amused to see the dinner worked so hard on interrupted like this. Then Natsui looked as to asking her whether that was really okay.
ローザさん
Do as Rosa-san says,
それから
and it will not be necessary to set up the search for us. Do not push the dining hall until we call for you.
これは他の
Tell the rest of the
使用人
servants
に
to do the same. Understood? Yes, as you wish. Come everyone, shall we go? Maya, you mustn't trouble your mother anymore. I want to talk about Bito too. No.
マリアちゃん
Sounds like a fucking police car alarm. Siren. Siren. I don't know what to say.
僕たちに
Can you tell us about Beatrice in the guest house?
ぜひ
I really want to hear about the witch. Okay? You're
ジョージ兄さん
pretty darn smooth, George.
感動さ
I'm
せ
impressed. Oh my god, are we gonna suck him off again?
本当に
Are you sure you don't have
こっちじゃねえの
kids?
かよ手慣れす
You're
ぎ
too
だ
used to this. George's words completely restored Maya's good mood. And now she took the initiative, telling the others to head down to the guest house. It looked like Goda didn't like being kicked out himself, but he couldn't disobey Natsui, so he left the room with Butler and the rest, closing the door. Is there some way I might be of service, everyone?
え
Yeah, there sure is. We've got a whole bunch of questions.
それもみ
In
ん
fact,
な
every one of us does.
誰から
It's
質
gonna
問
show
す
like
る
we
か
almost want to have a lottery to see who gets to ask first. But no matter who wins the first lottery, the first question is going to be the same, won't it? Cross does not have the fang. Cross does not have the fang. Noted. Okay. This is the opportunity to look at all their teeth. But no matter who wins the first lottery, the first question will be the same, won't it?
違いね
He has a fang. He has the fang. He has a very slight fang, but he has one. Look. he has a very slight fang. I'm counting it. I am counting it. It's not as pronounced, but I am going to be counting it. Here we go. Small. Battler got it from his dad, of course. Yeah, and he got it like double size. Clearly. So we got a few. I wonder how many of the cast are going to like turn out to be Fang-less or Fang-full. I'm still surprised that Kinzo, of all people, Kinzo does not have a Fang. Would have expected him to have a Fang. It's genuinely surprising. Okay, back to the game. Let me save this just in case. That's right. Genji-san. Thanks on me honestly. Who is this person called Beatrice in the VIP room right now? Okay. Alright. How many hours? 2. Who's your point of view? Actually, we're like 20 minutes away from the end of the stream. I got stuff to do very soon. And I think this is a good stopping point. Everything went down in the kitchen. And shit is getting real. And like we're very, very close to things happening. Normally it should end at like midnight. We're like 1 or 2 chapters away from the first deaths. So in my opinion, this is a good stopping point. Right? Or I could keep going. No, I'm not gonna keep going. I'm not gonna keep going. But nonetheless, that was fun. That was a lot of interruption from myself this stream. I'm sorry for everyone. Might not have been enjoyable. I was trying to multitask like an event I'm hosting, so that was complicated. But apart from that, I'm glad that thing, right? That thing right there. Wait. Is going to be my thumbnail. And I think that's just like perfect. Right? Like, don't tell me it isn't. That's gonna be a banger for the VOD. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye! Normally it should be Sunday? If it's Sunday or Monday, I'll clarify. Oh yeah, bye bye.